I would like to begin this meditation with a story about the gentleman who one day received quite unusual gift. That gift was the bird parrot. Did you ever have a parrot in your life? No? Yes? It's basically useless bird in the sense that you cannot expect that parrot will sing, like sailbird, for example. Or it's not laying eggs as well, but just it's good to have it, maybe, let's say that. But this particular parrot, it was absolutely unusual because, as you know, the parrot can speak, right? And the language what that bird was using was absolutely unacceptable. So the parrot was swearing, using bad language, and behavior was also horrible. So the new owner was trying to somehow re-educate the bird, but the process was quite slow and painful. So one day, when he lost the temper, he grabbed the parrot and put him in the deep freezer, just maybe to cool off. And you can imagine what happened after when the parrot was swearing and kicking the door. And after a while it was calm, dead, silent. So the owner was absolutely sure that probably he went too far with his discipline action. So he opened the door, and believe it or not, the parrot stepped out from the freezer completely changed. Completely. And he said, "I'm so sorry for being so rude to you. I'm so sorry for my language, absolutely wrong and bad, and my behavior. And now is the new time. I'll be absolutely fine, good, I'll be really your pet." And of course you're wondering what happened, right? What happened? And it was also a question arising in the heart of the owner, was actually trying to ask, so what happened that you changed everything? And before the parrot asked him, "But by the way, can you tell me what the turkey did being in the freezer?" Brothers and sisters, a few things we have in the story connected with our celebration. The first gift, Holy Spirit is coming to us with many, many gifts. And also Holy Spirit in our mentality has the form, the dove, the bird. But it's good to notice that Gospel is telling us when we read about Jesus' baptism, that Holy Spirit is resting upon him like a dove or as a dove. And the same expression we have in today's Gospel, like the flame of fire, or as a flame of fire. So it's not, we cannot say that Holy Spirit is a dove, or Holy Spirit is the flame of fire, like as a flame of fire. And also the language, the Holy Spirit is bringing to the disciples the ability to communicate. So great power of language. And of course we can say the swearing is also the language, and we can at least try to communicate, but that language belongs to the Satan. It's not a language of love, and basically is not carrying any information, positive information, just negative. So basically it's not the language, and it belongs to evil. And another thing, the last the change. The disciples, when the Holy Spirit rests upon them, they change completely their life. They receive the special ability, courage. Brothers and sisters, we are asking, do we need the Holy Spirit? Do we need the Holy Spirit? And of course, someone might say, not really. Not really. Right now, when I'm 60 years old, 58, do I need the Holy Spirit? When I was in school, oh, that's a different story, at the time of exams, oh, Holy Spirit was absolutely necessary in my life. But right now, do I need the Holy Spirit? And my sisters, try to notice that Holy Spirit is giving life, is recreating, restoring life in the church, in the hearts of the disciples. And they were dealing with deep, deep fear. Once again, today's gospel is reminding us they were locked for fear of the Jews. And the fear is creating some situation of death. When it's fear, we are dying. Look at the present time. Everything was going on in the world. COVID-19 pandemic. Fear. And we can say that the world around us is dead in some sense. And we are dealing with so many forms of fear constantly every time. And now everyone can say, yes, I'm afraid of this, of this, of that. Because we're just humans. So in this spot, in this place, where I'm dealing with the fear, I need the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit who is taking the fear from the hearts of the disciples. And they are able to speak openly in front of big congregation. How much do we need the Holy Spirit? When the fear is deep in my heart, I need the Holy Spirit. And once again, gift of language, how many times we cannot correct someone because we are afraid that maybe you understand my words wrong way, or so maybe I shouldn't say anything. The Holy Spirit is helping me in this matter as well, to say what is right and what is correct. Finally, we are approaching to the quite unique title about the Holy Spirit. Who He is, the Holy Spirit. We can say the Holy Spirit is the God's wind. God's wind. Like from the beginning, from the moment of creation, God's wind. Like breathe which comes from God. And once again, forecast for today is telling us that it will be windy day today and tomorrow. I don't know if they are wrong or they are correct. We'll see. But we see the trees moving. This is wind. But the wind has the beginning. The wind comes from somewhere, and the wind, for the people in the Bible, the wind was coming from God. So that's why Holy Spirit, which is giving life to everything, comes from God. And we need that wind. We need that wind. And also, brothers and sisters, what we have to absolutely realize, the saving work of the Holy Spirit, fighting with our fear. Fighting with our fear. As long as we are dealing with the fear, we need the Holy Spirit. And going further in our meditation, we are asking, what is the goal of the saving work of the Holy Spirit? What is the goal of the saving work of the Holy Spirit? And because tomorrow we'll celebrate the great feast, the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of Church. So maybe for a moment we should once again meditate one of the very important mystery of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And that mystery, this is moment of Annunciation. When Archangel Gabriel is coming to the Blessed Virgin Mary and is revealing to her the plan of salvation. So you be the Mother of God. We know that moment very well. And Mary is deeply perplexed and is asking the question, how this will be when I am a virgin. And an angel is telling her, of course, it's hard to understand, but said, the Holy Spirit will rest upon you, will come upon you. And the shadow of the Most High will overshadow, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. Holy Spirit will rest upon you, come upon you. And we know what happened after. We know what happened after. So Mary was with the child. And this is work of the Holy Spirit. And can you imagine the closeness between the woman and the child in her womb? Can you imagine that closeness? Of course, for us, for men, it's hard to imagine. But that unity, that closeness is absolutely unique and terrific. And this is work of the Holy Spirit. Now, Jesus is with the Blessed Virgin Mary, so close to her heart. And that's the work, that's the goal of the work of the Holy Spirit. This is what Holy Spirit is doing in the life of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And the same action, the same mystery, Holy Spirit is going to create in our life. So once again, we need the Holy Spirit. We need the Holy Spirit who is creating that closeness. We need the Holy Spirit when we are looking at our life and we are not too much happy with everything what I'm doing. I need the Holy Spirit. Because the Holy Spirit, He is counselor. He is our advocate. He is justifying us. So basically, Holy Spirit is building the self-esteem in me. It's showing me how precious I am. My greatness, my value. Many, many times we are doubting. You know, I'm looking at myself, I'm saying, comparing myself to others, I'm saying, I should do this better. I should look better. Because, you know, I have example around me. Holy Spirit is telling me, no, you are great. You are great. You are terrific. Believe in yourself. How much do we need the Holy Spirit? And also we have another spirit, the spirit of evil, who is always accusing us, our accuser, the Satan, is always trying to prove that we did not deserve anything. And the God's wrath towards the human is completely useless. It shouldn't be like that. And the devil is working differently, putting us down. The Holy Spirit is lifting us up. In this spirit, in this sense, my beloved brothers and sisters, I have to see also the good and great side in the people around me. When the Holy Spirit is working in me, I see the greatness of the people around me. And also what we have to say, looking at our life, when someone is constantly complaining, when someone from the beginning is set up that everything is wrong, and from the beginning the church is wrong, the bishop is wrong, the pastor is wrong, the government is wrong, everything is wrong, that means there's big room for the grace of the Holy Spirit. When we are saying everything is wrong, so we are once again at the act like someone is swearing, right? So it's neglecting, putting down everything. And again, in a little bit lighter form, when we are complaining constantly, that's more or less the same action. And that situation is calling for the presence of the Holy Spirit. So let us open our hearts today, once again, and let us ask, Holy Spirit, come with your gifts, with your power, with everything what you are able to offer us, with the wisdom and understanding who we are and who is God for us, that we'll be able to understand and rejoice God's love, which God has for us from the beginning. Holy Spirit, once again, is leading us to this truth.